He should have hidden it if he wanted to give me a surprise.
Come in. Hello, Crystal. Please, take a seat. Check the exam results. You did, and you've been pregnant for 8 weeks.
What? Really?
Congratulations.
The number you dialed is busy at the moment. Please try again
Come on,
later.
Charles, answer the phone. What? Ilda?
Have you seen Charles? I have to talk to him.
Somebody forgot to dress for the party. Perhaps a lack of respect for the invitation?
I apologize. Something came up.
Well, you should apologize after all these years the way you've treated this family. You are just a good-for-nothing. You can't make any money and even give my son a child.
Mr. Wade is so rich and handsome. Why would he marry such a woman as that?
It's her mother-in-law's party. I almost mistook her for a little farm boy.
Do you think the Wade group could get where it is without me?
Oh, so now you want to take credit for the Wade Group's success? You listen to me. I chose Ilda to be my daughter-in-law 3 years ago, and she is back now and pregnant with my son's child. It is damn time you fill out those papers and divorce my son Charles immediately.
You bunch of ingrates. When the Wade Group capital chain broke, I secretly helped you. Otherwise, you would have been all along bankrupt.
Well, isn't it my favorite country bumpkin? You have no money and no backers. How dare you claim credit for our company's success?
Country bumpkin. If I hadn't married Charles, you wouldn't even be qualified to meet me.
Everyone at this party is a big shot in Vancouver.
Yeah, the only person we're not qualified to meet is Mr. Brown, the richest man in Vancouver.
What if I was his daughter?
Is it because your last name is Brown that you think you're his daughter? You're delusional.
Mr. Brown has protected his daughter since childhood. Nobody actually knows what she looks like.
Do you think this woman is trying to take advantage of that?
What is she doing here?
I invited her, and she's here to stay. She deserves to be at this party more than you do now.
Crystal, my dear. I told you to put on some nice clothes. Please go to your room and change.
Not until I have a word with you. You have been avoiding me throughout the past few weeks.
I've been busy. I've been trying to get an invitation to Mr. Brown's fashion show. He is hosting a grand event 2 months from now. This event will dictate whether or not the Wade Group gets to sell their clothing in the Vancouver market.
You got back together with her and made her pregnant.
What happens between Ilda and I has nothing to do with you.
I know you loved her before you married me. But you should not have cheated on me.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I did nothing wrong. I have loved you with all my heart for 3 years. I took good care of your family. I swallowed the insults every single time they humiliated me, but you cheated on me.
If you want to still be my wife and part of the Wade family, this is your duty. Turn a blind eye to the humiliation.
How could you do this to me?
Ilda is different.
You care about her baby so much. What if I was pregnant with your child?
What do you mean?
Nothing. I've made my decision. I want to get a divorce.
Miss Brown. Thank you for taking such good care of my Charles the past 3 years.
I've taken better care of him than any other woman could.
I have some kind advice for you. You should know your place. Don't crave things that don't belong to you. Charles married you in a fit of anger. He only ever loved me. Why are you laughing?
If you like Charles so much, go ahead. He's all yours. Go right ahead.
I've seen too many women like you. Retreating in order to advance.
Shouldn't you be busy begging Charles for marriage instead of offering me champagne and talking nonsense to me?
Oh my gosh! Miss Brown, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Let go! Please don't hurt my baby! Please don't hurt my baby! Charles,
What happened?
I thank Miss Brown for taking care of you the past few years, and unexpectedly she became angry and poured champagne on me.
Crystal, you are so vicious. How could you push a pregnant woman?
I didn't. She's lying.
Get lost!
I will never enter the Wade mansion again.
If you leave, where would you go?
It's none of your business.
Fine. If you're so determined to leave, remove everything you have from the Wade family.
You bought me this cardigan on our trip to Paris. This is a gift you got me on our first anniversary. And do you remember these? It's one pair of our matching shoes.
Miss Brown, Charles has broken up with you. Don't forget to return the ring.
Oh, I won't forget it. The one thing that I regret most in my life is marrying you. I never want to see you again.
Charles, I feel unwell. Charles, I feel unwell.
Charles, let Ilda rest and go fetch her some water, please.
Come on, my dear.
You see, my son and Ilda are the perfect match.
Enough of this spectacle. Get out of here. We raised you long and early.
Crystal!
Louis, get me out of here.
His license plate number is VA999.
Charles, no wonder she was eager to divorce you. She's hooked up with a very rich man. I wonder who he is.
Yes, Mr. Wade.
Ethan, I have a task for you. The license plate number VA999. Find out its owner.
Certainly, Mr. Wade. The owner's information is protected. Can't quite find out who it is.
He must be a very powerful man.
Dad, Lando, I missed you so much.
Crystal, honey. I'm so glad you're home. It's been so long since I've had my 3 children at home together. You insisted on marrying Charles when he saved you. And now look at this mess.
Dad, I know I was wrong.
You made a mistake. We all make mistakes, okay? It's from these mistakes that we need to learn. And you'll learn and you'll become a strong woman over time. Speaking of, your birthday's coming up soon. And Landau wants to throw you a party.
I want my sister to cheer up. You're home now.
I don't really think I'm in the mood for a party.
Crystal, come on. You've been away from our society, from our circle of friends for years. You're home now. I want to introduce you again. I want to show our society what a beautiful young lady you've grown into.
Dad, you're the best.
I've got a small gift for you.
Crystal Brown's back.
Today's banquet will decide whether or not we get admission to the fashion show 2 months from now.
Yasi Clothing, my brother's company, is collaborating with the Brown Group. Maybe I could help you build a connection if you want.
Why build a bridge with your brother when we can build a connection with the richest man in town right here, right now?
The Brown group did book the entire estate to celebrate Miss Brown's birthday.
I heard she just returned home from being away for 3 years. They have no problem spending all that money.
So where has she been for the past 3 years?
Oh, there she is.
Why is Crystal here?
She's using her last name to pretend to be a part of the Brown group. It's so pathetic.
And the man next to her, didn't he pick her up that day?
Crystal, why are you here? Couldn't wait to jump into the arms of another man?
Mr. Wade, if I remember correctly, Crystal asked for a divorce. She is my family. Please show some respect.
We haven't signed the divorce papers yet. She is still legally my wife. And you have ruined the Wade family's reputation.
Did you consider our reputations when you cheated on me and got your mistress pregnant?
This is no way to comport yourself in public, Mr. Wade. You and your family should learn good manners. People like you are not qualified to attend a banquet like this.
Who do you think you are to talk to us like that?
This is my banquet, and you're not welcome.
Enough. Hilda almost had a miscarriage because of you, but we let you go. How dare you pretend to be Miss Brown? Is it because these two men beside you are backing you?
You are still married to my son. How dare you cheat on your husband so publicly?
Ms. Brown, even if you wanted a sugar daddy, you should have chosen a better one. I've never seen either of these men at any of the events.
That's because you're not qualified to enter those circles.
What do you mean?
Your brother's the founder of Yossi Clothing. Well, from now on, the Brown Group will terminate any contractual agreement with him.
So now you're pretending to be a part of the Brown family? You were in no position to terminate any agreement.
Mr. Brown, the banquet is about to start.
Thank you. And please, escort these people out. They're here by mistake.
How dare you do this to us? My son is the CEO of the Wade Group. I swear to God, I will make you pay for this.
Let's go.
She is such a whore. That's exactly what she is. Oh my God. And she's been hooking up with Mr. Brown and treating our family like some small town simpletons. Who the hell does she think she is? It's so humiliating. Escorted out in front of everyone.
Mom, calm down. Charles saw through Crystal and dumped her. I am sure that Mr. Brown will realize what a viper she is and kick her out before the night is over.
Shut up, you two! After you humiliated her for 3 years, now you're surprised she takes her revenge?
Oh, she's cheating on you! Don't you dare be fooled by the love that she showed you a long time ago. It was never real. Don't you know that by now?
Charles, Aunt Kara treated her for the person she was. Once you realize the Crystal you loved was not the real Crystal, you'll stop defending her.
What is this?
The invitation I told you about for Daisy Blake's party. She's a famous designer, and I heard that Ms. Brown will attend. This is your chance to build a connection with the Brown family.
Daisy. I think I know that name.
Once we build a good relationship with Miss Brown, we'll get admission to the fashion show.
Yes.
Ilda, this is great.
Bumpkin has so many nice clothes. Too many. Daisy Blake.
Ilda, We are so lucky to have you. And thanks to this lovely invitation, once the Wade Group enters the Vancouver's market, we are going to make a fortune.
And Kara, I just did what was good for this family.
Speaking of family, Charles, when do you plan to marry Hilda? You must marry her before she gives birth. It would look bad for the Wade family heir to be born out of wedlock.
Yes, agreed.
I need more time.
What is wrong with him?
So, madame, invitation, please.
Sure.
You are Mrs. Wade.
I'm Mr. Wade. She's with me. Right this way.
Isn't he Charles Wade? Looks so much more handsome than the photos.
And who's his date? She's so pretty.
I heard he's married. She must be his wife.
Miss Brown, what a small world. You must have made a painstaking effort to get an invitation. This is an exclusive party.
Small world indeed. Well, Miss Smith, guests here are all closely related to Daisy and VIP customers. What category do you belong to, Miss Smith? Both you and Mr. Wade have neither a business nor a personal relationship to her. You must have made a painstaking effort to come here.
Everyone here knows who Charles is. He's the CEO of the Wade Group. Miss Blake will not shut the door upon seeing his face.
I doubt it.
Stop talking nonsense, Miss Brown. How did you get here? Last time I checked, you're not a VIP customer, nor a big shot in the fashion industry.
You are correct. I am neither. Maybe we should ask Miss Blake.
My mentor. Why didn't you tell me you'd arrived?
My mentor? My mentor?
Why didn't you tell me you'd arrive?
You're hosting a party. I thought you might be busy. I didn't want to bother you.
I wanted to welcome you at the entrance. And who are you?
Miss Blake, I'm Hilda Smith. My father is the president of the Smith Group.
I don't recall inviting you. This is a private party. I don't welcome uninvited guests. Please leave immediately.
Miss Blake, we spoke to the guard at the front entrance. He checked our ticket and invited us in. I apologize if this has caused any inconvenience.
If the invitation had your name on it, Mr. Wade, you can stay. I won't ask you to leave. I would, however, appreciate it if Miss Smith left the premises right away.
Why? I am his fiancée, and I'm having his baby. I am his fiancée, and I'm having his baby.
Really? You two are a couple. He's totally out of your league.
Miss Blake, how dare you speak to me that way?
Mr. Wade can stay. He's handsome and wears nice clothing. He's in line with my brand and our party theme. You, on the other hand, are not. I can't bear to look at that dress. It's incompatible with my party, or any party, really. Please leave.
Miss Blake, you're going too far.
Mr. Wade, your fiancée mocked my mentor in public, and yet I didn't have her thrown out. I've already granted you a favor.
Forget it, Daisy. I didn't take Miss Smith's words to heart. No need to pursue the matter any further.
Please excuse me. I need to socialize with my other guests. Mr. Wade, help yourself to the bar.
You asked for divorce. Why are you shamelessly pestering him? It's useless no matter what you do. He said only my child can inherit the Wade family fortune. Your bastard can only be aborted. Oh! How dare you hit me!
If your foul mouth mentions my baby again, you will suffer more than slaps.
Oh, Charles, it hurts.
Some chicks never get old.
Miss Brown hit me. She wanted to kill our baby. She says hers is the rightful heir to the Wade's fortune.
Hers. What is she talking about? What is she talking about?
I don't know what she's talking about. Miss Smith should go see a doctor. She must be mentally sick. I never pushed her.
You're accusing me of lying in front of my fiancé?
There are cameras. I can show you the evidence and then sue you for defamation.
You're just angry because of the feelings that Charles has for me.
First of all, I'm not angry. Instead, I want to thank you for getting me out of the sea of misery. I am no longer a desperate housewife who waits for her husband from dusk to dawn. Second, Mr. Wade, you might want to treat your fiancé the same degree of respect as your wife. This bracelet is fake. Maybe an accurate representation of the love you have for her. Ow! Aren't you here to meet the heiress of the Brown family? Well, I'm here. Don't you recognize me?
How do you have the nerve to say such words? Miss Brown is distinguished. You are just a country bumpkin. You can't hide the smell of your poor upbringing.
You're such a pathetic woman.
Charles, are you okay? Let's go talk to Daisy. You're the CEO of the Wade Group, and she respects you. She will help you if you put pressure on her. Miss Blake, I will not beat around the bush. We would like to be introduced to Ms. Brown. We can compensate you for this favor or repay you in any other way.
I've already granted you a favor this evening. Force my hand.
Why is she being so hostile towards us? Oh, I bet that rancid bitch is behind Miss Blake's behavior.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to attend my party this evening. Among our most celebrated guests, we are honored to welcome Miss Brown here tonight. And as a gift to this wonderful night, she will be performing a dance.
The real Miss Brown is here.